Glider 1-2 gliders and sailplanes. Welcome to the segment discussing glider pilot schools. In the world of gliding, pilot training is a crucial step, and various options are available for individuals eager to embark on this exciting journey. Most airports and glider bases offer training through FAA-approved pilot schools or individual FAA-certificated flight instructors. FAA-approved glider schools provide an array of training aids, special facilities, and scheduling flexibility. Some colleges and universities also incorporate glider pilot training into their overall pilot training curricula. Additionally, a significant portion of glider training is conducted by individual flight instructors within glider clubs. Furthermore, commercial glider companies across the United States offer services ranging from flight training to sightseeing glider rides and glider towing. Choosing the right facility or instructor for your glider training is a decision that should be both exciting and educational. Various factors, such as location, type of certification, part or full-time training, and cost, should be considered. However, the paramount consideration should be the quality of training. Prospective student pilots should educate themselves on available training curriculums before interviewing schools. Pilot training operates under one of two regulatory categories: Title 14 of the Code of Federal Regulations, 14 CFR, Part 141 or 14 CFR Part 61. Both categories have the same teaching and testing requirements, with differences lying in the approach to meeting those requirements. Let's delve into these regulatory categories. Certificated under 14 CFR Part 141, pilot schools offer a more structured training program with a standardized FAA-approved training syllabus. This ensures that necessary skills are taught in a specific order through approved lesson plans. Part 141 students are required to complete a specific number of hours of formal ground instruction, either in a classroom or one-on-one with an FAA-certificated flight instructor. These students also must pass the FAA knowledge and practical tests. Part 141 pilot schools must adhere to several FAA regulations. While Part 141 allows students to complete the pilot certificate or rating in fewer flight training hours, most students exceed the reduced hour requirements to meet proficiency standards for the practical test. Conducting pilot training under 14 CFR Part 61 offers a somewhat more flexible and less structured program. The Part 61 training syllabus is not subject to FAA approval, granting flight instructors the flexibility to tailor lesson plans to individual student needs. Though more flexible, Part 61 training adheres to specific requirements, and students are required to pass the FAA knowledge and practical tests. Part 61 does not mandate formal ground school, giving students the option to attend a ground school course, complete a home study program, or hire a certificated flight or ground instructor for personalized instruction. Most glider training programs can be found on the SSA website at www.ssa.org. Once you've identified a general location for training, it's advisable to create a checklist to evaluate potential training organizations. Engaging with pilots, visiting facilities, and reviewing articles in pilot magazines can contribute to a comprehensive assessment. The choice may hinge on whether you are pursuing a sport or private pilot certificate, a higher pilot certificate, or a flight instructor certificate with aspirations of becoming a professional glider pilot. Quality of training should be the top priority in this decision-making process. Before finalizing your decision, visit the facility under consideration, and engage in discussions with management, instructors, and both current and former students. Evaluate all training requirements using your checklist, and take the time to reflect before making a final decision. Once you've decided on the right place to learn to fly and made the necessary arrangements, your training can commence. It's crucial to note that ground and flight training should be obtained as regularly and frequently as possible. This approach ensures maximum retention of instruction in the attainment of proficiency, a goal every pilot should strive for in their journey into the skies. Choosing the right glider pilot school is a significant step in your aviation journey, and a well-informed decision will set the foundation for a successful and fulfilling experience. Thank you for joining me in this exploration of glider pilot schools, and I look forward to continuing our discussion on the fascinating world of soaring in future lectures. In the pursuit of a glider pilot certificate, there are specific eligibility requirements outlined by the Federal Aviation Administration. These requirements vary at different stages of glider piloting. To begin flying a glider solo, an individual must be at least 14 years old and demonstrate satisfactory aeronautical knowledge on a test developed by an instructor. Ground and flight training, aligned with maneuvers and procedures in 14 CFR Part 61 for the specific glider model, is essential. Proficiency and safety demonstration are prerequisites before an instructor can endorse a student's certificate and logbook for solo flight. For eligibility for a private pilot certificate with a glider rating, an individual must be at least 16 years old. Completion of specific training, meeting flight time requirements in 14 CFR Part 61, passing a knowledge test, and successfully completing a practical test are necessary steps. Those aspiring for a commercial or flight instructor glider certificate must be 18 years old. Completion of training requirements per 14 CFR Part 61, passing knowledge tests, and successful performance in a practical test are essential. Exemptions are provided for individuals adding a glider category rating to an existing powered aircraft pilot certificate. Certificated glider pilots are not required to hold an airman medical certificate, but they must not have any medical deficiencies. Throughout these processes, the FAA practical test standards define the standards for the knowledge and skills necessary for the issuance of a pilot certificate. Additional references, such as FAA Advisory Circular 6022, Aeronautical Decision-Making, Pilot's Handbook of Aeronautical Knowledge, FAA H 8083-25, and the Risk Management Handbook, FAA H 8083-2, offer valuable insights into the knowledge, skills, and experience necessary for glider piloting. For a deeper understanding of the technical and regulatory aspects associated with glider certification, references such as 14 CFR Part 21, the European Aviation Safety Agency Certification Specifications 22.221, and the Weight and Balance Handbook, FAA H 8083-1, provide comprehensive information. These documents collectively guide individuals through the intricate process of becoming a certified glider pilot. If you click like and subscribe and leave a comment, we will provide a coupon for a free PDF download, one of 9 ebooks. However, each individual can only download up to 1 out of 9 ebooks for free.